old but gold. So today got a few little ones that we're going to look at. We've got a little oldie one. I was going to look at this last week and I never actually got a chance to. Little 2002 Avendelle Gooda, 1200 kilos maximum weight, so a nice little lightweight one. 21.5 foot, call it, from very front to very back. Little 4-berth. Little cracker, to be fair. Really well looked after. It's got external gas box, so that's where you store your gas bottles. Conventionally, or a lot of other caravans that you'll see, the gas locker is on the front, but they put a smaller storage locker into the front, so you can't get a huge amount in the front of these, more sort of awning poles and things like that. But it gives you more room inside the caravan then for usable space. We've got an external 230 volt socket, needs a bit of a clean. An external barbecue point. So again, when you actually look at the spec that these had got, they were pretty good. It's been serviced as well quite regularly, so it's been kept on top of. It's got the Truma boiler, so it's got the newer water heater. So again, sometimes when you're looking at the older caravans, what you've got to be a little bit careful on is actually having equipment that you can get parts for. So some older caravans you won't necessarily be able to get all of the parts for, but Truma, majority of the Truma equipment you can still get. If it was the old Carver heating system, you may start to struggle with. Got the Electrolux fridge, so again, parts for those. 99% of the parts you can get for those still, and then obviously normal taps and bits and bobs like that is pretty standard, so no issues there. Nice little van. It's got a big awning, big Camp Tech awning included in it. I think it'd gone round with the damp meter, and there's no readings above 20%. It was all very good. All the wall boarding was nice and solid. There's no signs of any leaks, any damp sort of issues coming in, and I think this is an absolute little bargain. A real little cheap starter van that's in good condition, been well looked after. The spare wheels went into the floor, and then you got a nice little separate shower and toilet at the back as well. Just trying to see whether it's just a shadow on the back wall. I wasn't sure whether there was a previous damp repair stain, but it's not. It is all pretty decent. So, and again, that's sort of what you're looking for on the older caravans, is that just everything's in decent condition, all the wallboarding solid, you've got no stains or sort of marks or anything that's going to potentially cause you issues later on. And as I say, all looking pretty good. Everything's nice and solid. Little roof light there, looks like it's coming down, so might just need fixing back in a bit better. Now we tend to sell the older ones as spares repairs, and we'll sort of give them a function test, but we won't go over and sort of repair every little thing on there. You're going to expect there's going to be bits and bobs that you're going to end up replacing, like lights and fittings and different bits and bobs like that, but we'll try and make sure everything is doing what it should be doing. So your fridge is working, your heating system's working, your hot water system's working, the water system is okay. Now the next one that we've got coming in is something completely different. So another old but gold.
It's silver to me.
Yeah, well, silver. Old but silver. Old but gold. So not the van that I was hoping to do the video on, as the one that we went to do the video on wasn't worth us actually taking in. So it was an older van, and when we first got there it looked amazing. But actually we were looking at the wrong van, so then when we found the right one, so there was a lovely little Ariba, which we went to have a look at, and it looked amazing. And then when we tried the keys didn't work, and then we found that the actual Ariba that we'd gone to look was the one at the back that wasn't quite as good. So unfortunately that wasn't old but gold, but this one is. So 2008 Swift Conqueror 480 at 7495. Really nice 2-berth on this one. Again, newer equipment, so a bit like the Avendelle. So this is the next sort of step up, where it's everything is really good on this, to be fair. It's all the newer equipment, so all parts etc you can get, so all the trim and heating, Thetford parts, again we can get all the Thetford parts. Obviously ovens and bits and pieces like that, we can get all of those bits, but again it's something that you've got to think about on the slightly older vans. Can I actually get the parts or can't I, because some bits might be a bit of an issue. But something like this, all newer equipment, so absolutely fine. Even as I say, the Avendelle, now Avendelle went out of business, so front and back panels, not particularly that you can, but in all honesty, if you had an accident with front and back panel, the Caravan it wouldn't be worth repairing anyway. So when it gets to that age, it doesn't matter so much. But your internal bits and bobs like that, obviously heating, things like that, you need those to be working. So, little cracker, again, damp checking, making sure that there's no damp, no evidence of damp is something that you need to be looking at on these. But again, really nice little sort of smaller first time van. Now the Swift Conqueror was the higher range in the Swift, so you'll find that this is a slightly bit heavier than some of the other Swifts. 1424 kilograms, so quite a heavy van for a 2-berth, and that's maximum, so that's your MTPLM. But again, you sort of got that little bit better finish, a little bit higher quality finish, nice washroom, and it's sort of playing it off as long as you can tow it. Obviously it doesn't really make a big difference, but if you are restricted on tow weights, that's something that you've got to look at as well. So doesn't really matter the age of the van, that's going to do the same thing, is making sure that your vehicle can actually tow what it is that you're looking to buy.
The shower in this is absolutely huge.
Massive, isn't it? Really cool shower unit in those, and again nice amounts of storage within the wardrobe and everything as well. So very nice. And again, you've got the microwave, you've got the extractor fan, so you've not got to go really new to be able to get all of the equipment. This, let's say 2008, so again you've still got everything in this that a 2020 van has got. Your microwave, electric, gas and electric heating, 3-way fridge, you've got the electric ring on there on the hob, so you've still got everything. So you've not got to spend a fortune to be able to get something in nice decent quality and something to actually start you off on your caravanning journey. Hopefully you've enjoyed our sort of old but gold mission of the caravans this week. Sunday's video we're going to be having a look at the camper build. We've got some other bits and pieces. We might be looking at prices, so prices might just shock you what I'm about to say on Friday's video. So,
on Sunday's video.
On Sunday's video, that's correct. So we'll see you then on Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place. If you've liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you then. Bit of a lorry build update. So we've been doing a few, and I've not really put them out, to be fair, because things hadn't really been changing. So just to show what I'm actually doing at the moment, which is all of the bodywork. So trying to actually get all the parts of the cab, everything all filled in, all around the new pod up at the top, all filled in, getting all of the bodywork. When we took the old pod that was sort of on here, it left sort of marks where the adhesive had been holding the old body ears on, so they've all had to be filled in. I've been prepping the insides of the door shuts, so that'll just give you a glimpse of, obviously I want all the door shuts to be correct. It's been trying to sort all of the bodywork out on the actual truck itself, which wasn't actually a lot, but it's been more so trying to make the sort of front section meet up with the body. Obviously we had some damage on the body, so we've had to fill all of that in, and I'm just going back through again. Actually I've been grinding out to allow more filler to go in, so I've fiberglassed all of that, and then we're going to go in with a nice coat of thin filler then, so hopefully we can't see any body lines or difference between the two panels. This, I think maybe on an earlier video, this was all been filled in now, so that's looking quite nice. and straight, and then we've got a little capping on here, so it just keeps the body line correct, and then there'll be a big seal that goes into here, so hopefully it makes that all watertight so that it's not going to have any leaks or anything like that. Round on the other side, just a similar story basically. So this is all filled in now, so again this is all that to be filled in, all of the gaps here, so that can all be prepped now. And then that side panel again is all filled in. All of our lockers, so that's all been lined out now. So little automatic light, so that comes on a nice big storage locker. Got the battery on charge at the minute. I think we're going to end up replacing one of the batteries, and then prepping the aluminium, so that can be primered up. All of the back section, so the back bumper to meet up to the body, that's all been filled in. We've got a big drip rail down the top to try and hopefully stop any water running down the side of the body, and then this is all getting filled in, and that can all be then prepped. And then I've just got one part on the back door, so I've got the one section of the back door, so I've got to put the other section on, and then I'll put all of the hardware, the little leg stands that go on there, the little locking pieces for the back arms, and then I've got to make a plate for the back section, and then a little bit of filling in around on the gap between the side and the bottom section of the bumper. So it's quite tedious. It's just lots of sort of filling, sanding, priming, filling, sanding, priming, but slowly but surely getting there. So hopefully we can head towards painting it very soon.